Hello trainers, Kaneto here, and today we have perhaps the best anti-meta team that you can find out there and perhaps the most unique one. So we're gonna use Shadow Drapion up in front, which is an amazing safe lead that even against its worst counters it still has a lot of play against the Fairy type, for example, while at the back we have a Golbat and a Whiskas. So I said that against the Fairy type we might struggle because Drapion is not gonna carry the move Sludge Bomb, and you definitely need Aqua Tail for it to be extremely useful. And of course, being Shadow will apply even more pressure to a lot of solid matchups, and one of those matchups that you are gonna be aiming for is gonna be Medicham up in front, because Shadow Drapion can still handle that Medicham threat with a double crunch, which is pretty neat. Over here now, Shadow Golbat will take over as our kinda safe pick at the back, but still you're gonna see that it might struggle against certain situations. Overall, against Ghost types you still got the Shadow Ball, but when shields are down, I'm not sure if Golbat can absolutely handle the pressure. This was one of my first battles overall, and as you can see here, we can still push for that knockout against that Jellicent after that Poison Fang right on the start of the battle with the Golbat. And here now we got another Mud Bomb to finish off that poor Stunfisk. Jellicent now will follow the same fate since they have only 1 HP remaining, and we're gonna start off the video with a positive result. Into the next one now, and we're having a Shadow Alolan Sandslash up in front. This Pokemon is not great for our Drapion up in front, but what did I tell you before? Well, this Pokemon still has a lot of options even against its worst counters. So we're just gonna keep going at it now with the Aqua Tail instead of the Crunch, because we can charge up one Poison Sting faster than the Crunch, and of course we can go with almost back to back to this Pokemon right on the CMP, and they're gonna fall into our trap, which means now that we have the stealth advantage, we can definitely farm down here with Whiskas, and we can rely on the Blizzard to encounter even a Grass type if they have it at the back. Speaking of the Grass type, they have a Serperior, and the Blizzard here will be more than enough to snipe down this Pokemon. Okay, not more than enough, they can still survive because Serperior is kinda bulky, but still you get the memo here with Golbat on the switch, able to do massive damage on that poor Deoxys with the Shadow Ball. Shadow Golbat for the win, and right after the open mouth bat is just gonna destroy down our opponent. Drapion against Scarping is never a very good option for any of us, because this is gonna be a very close battle, a very close outcome from this matchup, but still let's see how well we can do here with Aqua Tail, because as we can see, in combination with those Poison Sticks we deal already about a third of their total HP, and perhaps if we can block here we can have the upper hand, because Shadow Drapion is super spammy overall with those Aqua Tails and the Poison Stings. On the switch we're met up, we're gonna counter switch them completely here with our Golbat, and this is why I enjoy using this Pokemon. Even if they get here to the RLAs or the Frenzy Plant, we can easily survive it, while we can still apply a lot of pressure with those Poison Stings. Actually, Poison Fang, no Poison Sting, Poison Sting is for our Drapion, so I will also undercharge in the way, because I have a feeling that we can get the maximum out of this Pokemon, and we can easily farm down on the process. So now Carbink will return into the battle, and instead of Poison Fang, I will get to that Shadow Ball, because I was not expecting a shield. However, my opponent knew better, blocking the Shadow Ball, and now they can easily take the Poison Fang. Now at the back they have a Ghost type Pokemon, and this is why I enjoy using Shadow Drapion, especially up in front. At first, on the very first seasons that I started using this Pokemon, I was using it all the time as a safe switch, but then it hit me, Ganeto, you can always play it as a very safe lead and use unsafe Pokemon at the back, and this is the main strategy of this team. Having the safe switch up in front makes us have the best outcome against a lot of neutral leads in the meta, and even against our worst counters. So into the next one now here, and we're having Lantern up in front. This Pokemon is always bad news for the neutral leaders, and against Drapion as well, but once again Shadow Drapion can do shut down this threat, so that's why you need a Shadow Drapion overall for this team in order to succeed. We know that they always need 6 of those sparks to get to their serve, and we're gonna take the maximum out of this battle, throwing always on those CMPs. So this trainer here will also stay in, trying to get to another serve, but for the third time we're gonna win the CMP and destroy down Lantern. Now at the back they have Medicham, so the battle is definitely not over yet, and this is why I prefer keeping a shield most of the times for my Golbat. But this trainer decides to switch out to their superior. Perhaps they were thinking we have a double Mudboy situation because of the way I like to play this battle, but overall I knew that they had a little bit of extra energy on their Medicham, and I was pretty sure that the Psychic could be devastating for my Pokemon. So over here we still managed to farm down, and of course right after I get a little bit too greedy on the matchup with Medicham. So at this point, yeah, this is getting too tricky for our situation, so I'm just gonna get to the Mud Bomb and we're gonna get the shield out of play. Able to get to another Mud Bomb, but not before the CMP. Psychic with the debuff was absolutely scary at this point. I'm pretty sure we can farm down, but can they go for the draw? No, they cannot. We're gonna take the victory against them in a very close battle with that last second debuff on our defense. Against Humble Cow now, who is a subscriber of this channel, and that's why I included this battle. Let's see how well we can do here against this Charizard, because Aqua Tail is gonna be our main way to go, but of course they have some shields and they have to respect the damage, because overall Charizard is a glassy Pokemon. So able to get now my Golbat over that Medicham, but of course we might be in a pickle if they block here as well, since they can outspeed, I believe, to the next charge attack. So here comes now the move. They are gonna get to the Psychic for the one shot. Down goes Golbat, doesn't matter, we can still return to the battle with our Drapion. So now we have Crunch for massive damage on the Medicham. I want to switch out to my Whiskas because I know that the move is coming up, so yeah, I could definitely not win that CMP up against that Pokemon, but my opponent here is just gonna dominate on the switch, pretty clutch I believe, and of course this is not looking that great right now. If they didn't catch, perhaps we could have had a lot of action even with our double Mud Bomb on this Red Steel, but after that first catch with all that energy gone with the Blizzard on the Steel type, I believe now that we stand no chance at all. And that's mainly because I know that Charizard has some energy to spare, so here comes now on the CMP, able to destroy down my Drapion in a very close battle, pretty well played with that amazing catch, and here is the Friendship boost. So into the next battle, trainers, and we're having the amazing Alolan Shadow Sandslash once again. So this time we're gonna get to those crunches on the 6th Shadow Claw of theirs, and this is mainly because I want to push for that CMP and the potential Drill Run. I know that they need 6 for the first, 6 for the second, and perhaps 5 for the third. That's why I want to always push for those CMPs, and as soon as they get the first crunch, I can then go for the Aqua Tail to push for the shield. So you can see here that with Drapion you can easily do that, and right after we can go down to the Bulldoze, not even the Drill Run. This will make no difference of course at all. Perhaps they forgot to switch their charge attack on their Sandslash, so we can easily farm down in the process. Now Medicham can go in, but of course by having that shield up, I'm pretty sure we can have the upper hand. Of course at this point though, I decide to not block because this was no way to be a Psychic, just an Ice Punch which we can easily take, and right after against this Azumarill we can absolutely destroy down with those Poison Fangs, respecting the knockout damage from the Ice Beam of course, and we're just gonna farm down in the process. Now we are only one more wing attack away from the Shadow Ball. We're gonna get there, one-shotting down the whole Medicham out of existence. You love to see, trainers, and that will conclude this battle in a victory. Into the final battle, trainers, and we're having now Quagsire up in front. This is one of the few incidents that you definitely want to switch out. So this trainer decides to go for the Stone Edge, massive damage on my Pokemon, and the Shadow Ball to exchange some nukes on each other. Are you kidding me? What was that? And yeah, all of a sudden we are both on our 2 Pokemon remaining with both shields up. So yeah, that was pretty entertaining for the final battle I believe on this video, and that definitely definitely deserves a like at least to say on this video. So Mad Bomb now able to do some cheap damage on that Quagsire, but perhaps one more might actually do the trick over here. I know we can win those CMPs, so I will just farm a little bit more and then they're gonna block. Okay, so at the back now they have Charizard, and all of a sudden we got the Aqua Tail ready to go on our Shadow Drapion. Of course we need to respect the damage even from a Dragon Claw, so here comes now my move with the Aqua Tail. They are gonna take it, down they go in the process before they reach another Dragon Claw, and now we have the perfect timing for our Aqua Tail to grab that final shield. With that shield out of the way, I'm pretty sure now that they are on the Mad Bomb range. We're gonna get there as soon as we can, and we're gonna grab the final victory for this video. Thank you for watching, trainers, and for staying till the end. That is gonna be all for today. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, and please consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see more of my content here on YouTube. And speaking of more of my content, I have 2 videos for you to check out. Feel free to check them out, and I will see you all into the next one.